Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls 2. So in this episode I want to fight a pair of bosses. I'm not sure if we're going to get to both of the bosses that I have planned for this episode, but considering the length that most of these episodes are, about half an hour, I think we can do it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be returning to Harvest Valley, and I want to fight two more bosses, and then after I kill the second of these two bosses, I want to try to change this build, because I have talked a little bit in the past about wanting to get to the point where we're using magic instead of melee, and we're in the mid game right now, but as soon as we get to the late game, it's much easier to deal with mobs if you use magic instead. And the bosses, admittedly, some of them are easier with magic, some of them are easier with melee, it just really depends. Also, I did upgrade our pyromancy flame a little bit with that lady that I showed you in the last episode. She is now back in town, and I also bought a more powerful pyromancy spell from her, which is the Fire Orb. Unfortunately, we only get 2 casts of it, and I can't use any other spells because our attunement stat is really low, which is bad. But we now have a better spell, which you know, is a slight victory on its own. And when we get to the point where we respec, we'll be able to use a lot more pyromancies. So we're gonna have to deal with some of these guys, which are really annoying, because they do take a while to do their hit, but their hit does so much damage if it does hit you. And we'll get the backstab on this guy, so he'll just go down with one attack, which is pretty sweet. I haven't seen that happen very often. Okay, so we go into this area here, and you're like, oh no, the water, it's full of poison. And it is full of poison. There's poison down here. You will get poisoned if you go in this water, but in my opinion, it's worth it, because you get to go over here, and you get to pick up the Estus Flask Shard even. So as soon as we use that, we'll be up to 8 Estus Flasks, which is just, you know, pretty freaking sweet. Also, these enemies here will use poison, so be wary of that. There's also a Pharaoh's Lockstone door here, which is kind of interesting, and we're going to be opening that. It's the first Pharaoh's Lockstone door that I'll be opening on camera. I opened one earlier on in the game that I thought I remembered was really good, but it really was not. So that was kind of a mistake. But we'll use one here, and I believe this one will give us a really good ring for this area. So it just opens up a secret wall, and we can open up the door, or I mean open up the chest here, and we will get the Poison Bite ring as well as a Soul of a Proud Knight, which is like 3,000-ish souls, so it's not exceptional, but we can switch out a Ring of Whispers, which does nothing for the Poison Bite ring, and that just increases poison resistance, which is handy because there's a lot of poison in this area, so it just makes the poison go up slightly slower. It doesn't really make a big difference, but it's better than wearing the Ring of Whispers, which does nothing, so we might as well get it. And all it took was a Pharaoh's Lockstone, which you can buy more of for like 2,000 souls or something from the lady that you can also buy the life gems from. So it's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. Oh, this is bad. 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 I let myself get hit by him. But you can stun these guys, so if you do enough damage to kill them in 2 hits, you can just hit them once, they'll get stunned, and then you can do another hit and finish them off in quick succession. There's also another platform there that you have to jump to. I think there's a decent item in there, but I can't remember, so I don't know if we might risk it after we kill the boss. But for now, I'm just gonna hold off on that. Oh no, there's like 3 of them. Luckily, when you're down on the ground, they can't hit you, which I think is really good sportsmanship from the game, personally. So what we're going to do is we're going to run back here, and we're going to wait for, hopefully, one of them to chase us. Okay, none of them are chasing us. This is not exactly what I had in mind. We just need to kill one of these guys. Come on down. It's fun. It's safe down here. See, I'm down here. I'm not dying. Oh, one of them just fell down the hole. That was kind of... Alright, well, that's one way to deal with them. Oh, I thought we could maybe, like, sneak up on that guy and get the backstab. Oh, man. Okay, so the problem that we're facing here is I don't want to put points into strength, and I don't want to, like, upgrade my weapon, because I get the feeling we're going to move on to using magic here really soon. But the problem with that, the problem that I haven't with not putting points into strength, is that for the time being, I'm really, really weak. And it makes it difficult to get through this area, because I'm just, for this stage of the game, I'm doing like hardly any damage. So I would like to fix that. So that guy is just stuck down there. You can jump down in this area and you can grab an item, but as far as I can remember, it's not a very good or useful one, so I'm not going to worry about it. We can also come in here, and there will be some enemies, some more enemies. I mean, there's enemies everywhere in this game that you go, really. Just back away from them before they can hit you. Oh, I forgot about that hammer guy. Yeah, definitely watch out for him. And he's not going to get poisoned, even though he's like walking in a cloud of poison, which is weird, because you can poison these guys with the poison urns, but for some reason they don't get poisoned with poison clouds. Very strange. I think there's like a chest or something in this room, which is why I'm killing out the enemies here. And we're about to fight another boss, which it seems like it hasn't been too long since our last bonfire, and that's completely true. But at the same time, it's still about time to fight the next boss. Oh, watch out for that. Okay, that chest was trapped. I think this chest might always be trapped. I believe how it works is if a chest is trapped, it will always be trapped. But the type of trap that it uses is random. But the crossbow one is one of the more deadly ones. If you're hit with a couple bolts of that, you're probably going to die. Alright, so it hasn't been too long since we fought our last boss, but it's already time to move on to the next one. And we're going to try the rapier for this boss fight just because I haven't been using it very much. Which means that I'm going to equip the old Leo ring. And we'll try to get some counterattack damage with this rapier. I haven't been using the rapier very much just because it's been really disappointing for me personally. It just hasn't been doing very much damage. We don't really need a shield for this fight. So I am able to just... Oh man, the damage is real compared to what the mace has been doing. So this is nice. This is really nice. Okay, if he rolls, just get out of the way because he's going to roll again. There we go. Get a couple hits off on him. Oh, I forgot about the belly flop. Alright, well this guy's a covetous demon. He is super easy. If you died to this guy, you should probably... Well, I don't know how you got to this area if you died to this guy, honestly. And there's bloodstains here, so I'm not really sure how they died. Okay, just back off from that. 475 damage with one stab. So yeah, this rapier is pretty good against the squishy, non-armored bosses. And there we go. Covetous Demon is dead already. And honestly, it wouldn't have taken too much longer with the mace. This is one of the easier bosses in the game. But still, we got him down quickly, and that's what I'd like to see. So we kindle the next bonfire here, and I will just go ahead and rest at it as well. I think I might try using the rapier for this area over the mace. And we'll see how it goes. There's not very many armored enemies in this area, so it might be a good idea. So we'll talk to Lucatiel again here and just advance her story. She'll give us a human effigy, which I probably won't need because I have that ring of life protection, but we'll hold on to it just in case. And I think that's all of her dialogue, so we're done with that. And we can move on into the next stage of Harvest Valley. This is one of the few areas in the game that has 2 bosses in it. Also the last area. Oh man, there's 2 of them coming at me at once. Okay, these guys are called mannequins, and they are really irritating. But I killed them with 1 combo with the rapier, so that's nice to see. There we go. Just took him out. So, I don't know, I guess this rapier's doing work. It's not too bad. We'll pull this up and reveal an enemy standing behind it, and he's like, oh, well, I've been spotted now. I might as well just charge, right? I thought he was going to do 2 hits there. That's why I kind of backed off. Alright, let's just get some stabbing in, and we get to kill him because this rapier stabs so quickly before his next attack, which is pretty awesome. Okay, moving on. This area contains some really irritating NPCs, but all in all, we might try taking out this guy with pyromancy here. There will be like archers that shoot at you though, so... Or we might just try backing off, honestly. We'll see if he follows us. Alright, we'll just... I guess he's not going to follow us. We're going to switch back to the rapier here. Hopefully he'll put his shield down. If he puts his shield down, I'll use pyromancy to shoot at him. There we go. Back is turned. Pyromancy, fireballs. they completely miss because they don't have enough range. That's annoying. Alright, well, I'm going to drink up here with the Estus because I'm poisoned, because the mannequins do throw like poison throwing knives at you, and they're kind of jerks like that. I'm waiting for the poison to like tick down a little bit. We'll Estus up again. This is one area where it is admittedly like really easy to die, and I really don't want to die here, so we're just gonna dash past that guy. And there's gonna be mannequins that jump down. Yep, 2 of them. So we'll take out one of them with our gentlemanly rapier strokes. Honestly, I've been using the mace on these mannequins in the past, and they've been a lot more annoying to deal with than they are right now. So maybe the rapier is like the way to go here. I'm not sure. I'll try it more in the future, though. Alright, man. Alright, man. Let's do this. Oh, he's going to throw some poison throwing knives at me, and I'm going to jab him in return. Give him a couple jabs. And we'll now unlock this bonfire. So go ahead and light this bonfire, which is through a mist gate, which is kind of weird. You don't usually see bonfires like directly after mist gates. I think there's only 2 in the game, and this is one of them. Usually you see bosses out of mist gate, behind mist gates. We're also going to set this windmill on fire, because what that's going to do for some reason is when you burn down the windmill. Burning down the windmill. That doesn't really work. For some reason, doing that, for reasons that humanity is yet to understand, that's going to stop the flow of poison in this area. There we go. Just kill him really quickly. If you know he's there, he's really easy to deal with. And there's another item over here, but you got to watch out because there is a pressure plate and a trap involved. Yeah, just don't stand on that pressure plate. Black fire bombs. Alright, we'll do some jabs here. And honestly, this rapier is just like going to town on the mannequin, so I'm really glad we picked it up. You can also destroy this fence and walk over here, and there's a man with a plan. And you can talk to him, and this is another one of those guys that will return to town if you go through all of his dialogue. And you can pay 2,000 souls, and I would recommend doing it, because what he'll do is he'll put a ladder down. But we're just going to learn a gesture, which is the prostration gesture, which I don't think is a gesture you really need, but we'll go through it. And once all his dialogue is down, he's probably done now, he will return to Majula, and we'll be able to, you know, talk to him there and buy some stuff from him. And he's another merchant that his stock increases the more souls you spend at him, but I've never spent many souls on him, so I'm not really sure what he eventually sells. But we'll get a Ferrous Lockstone and Twinkling Titanite, which is, you know, one of the most rare kinds of Titanite, so that's really good. It's mostly used to upgrade weapons that we won't be using, so I don't know how useful that really is to us, but we have it now. There's another mannequin up here, I believe, so I'm just looking to take him out first. I guess not. There is like a bunch of secret items and stuff that you can get in this area. As far as I can remember, I did a playthrough pretty recently where I like picked up everything. I looted everything in this Harvest Cove area, or Harvest Valley, and I wasn't all that impressed. So we're not going to bother going for like every single loot, just because you can give most of it a miss and you'll be completely fine. So next we'll head up here, and now we get to one of the more annoying areas to deal with. I think there's a mannequin directly behind here, right? Maybe? No? Okay, there's not a mannequin directly behind there. Completely ignore me. One thing you can do here is, this is kind of like a cheap way to deal with this, but you want to go to your equipment and you want to pull out some throwing knives, and we'll see if we can make this work. But essentially what you want to do, yeah, is that, and that sorceress there did get poisoned, and the poison killed her pretty quickly. So these sorceresses do a ton of damage if you get hit with some of these pyromancies, and we'll use poison throwing knives to deal with this one. But if you get hit with these pyromancies, be prepared to... Oh no! Okay, be prepared to get hurt, because, yeah, the pyromancy stuff really is quite damaging. Okay, she is poisoned, so we can just back off now. There's going to be a couple more pyromancers to deal with, so hopefully we'll be able to kill them. We got a lingering dragon crest ring +1. I'm not even sure what that does, but hopefully this guy's about to die. There we go. Nice. The rapier just stabs so fast. It's actually pretty awesome. I'm going to check out this dragon crest ring, because I don't even know what it does. I'm not seeing it. Extends length of spell effect. Okay, well, that one's alright for spells that have a lasting effect, but we don't own any of those particular spells, I don't believe. So, oh no, alright, I'm gonna back off just because I don't want to die here, so we'll use an Estus Flask. We're about to fight the boss of this area, but I'm not too worried about the boss, because the boss is pretty easy. Just try not to get hit here. I just want to poison her, and yeah, she's poisoned now, so we can back off now, and the poison will kill her. Cool. There's just 2 more enemies that we have to face, and then we can fight the boss. There is another bonfire that you can go to if you travel up the stairs, and if you see where those barrels are, if you like press A around the walls there's a bonfire that you can open up if that's what you want to do. Personally, I think I'm not going to, just because getting from that bonfire to the boss fight is really annoying because of these 2 jokers right here. It's easier to deal with these guys. There, I got the aggro of one of them, so we should be able to deal with these guys quite easily. But it's hard to deal with those guys, and also you have to fight an NPC invader to get to that bonfire. The reach on their attacks is like so insane. There, we took him out, but we took some pain doing it. I'll just pop a couple life gems here, and that should heal us back up to full. But yeah, the reach on these guys' weapons, they have long range weapons, and it is freaking scary, so just be careful on these guys. Although this is going to be like the last, oh man, I'm really ashamed to have been hit there. This is like the last mob that we'll have to fight in this area. Oh man, I'm probably going to die. Run for it! Run for it! I need Estus like now. Oh my gosh. These are some of my least favorite enemies in the game, just because the reach on their weapons is so long. They can hit you. You can like dodge roll away twice and they can still hit you just because they're spears. Alright, so we have to do this entire area all over again, which I'm really not looking forward to. Like, you know, if I could emphasize really not looking forward to, I would, because this area is awful. Just because of the pyromancers and just because the spear guys who can hit you from like halfway across the room. Honestly, if I didn't get poisoned there, I would have been fine, but trying to dodge roll away from the spear, I rolled right into a poison urn, and that's what killed me, so. Again, I mean, most of the times when you die in this game, honestly, it's usually going to be to some of the more annoying mobs. You rarely ever die to, like, enemies, which I guess is... You rarely ever die to, like, bosses or most of the easy enemies, so I guess that's a good thing. Alright, so we're gonna have to deal with mannequins here. We can just run past, there's like 3 mannequins down on that platform, but you can just run past them and be completely fine. I do believe you have to kill this guy before you can go up the ladder though, so we will do that. Oh, I'm using the rapier one-handed, which I didn't want to be doing here. There we go. Stabbed him. Alright. Luckily, I still have a lot of poison throwing knives left, which is one of the easier ways to deal with these sorceresses. And I guess we only have to kill 3 sorceresses and 3 spear guys. So as long as we can manage that without, like, rolling into poison urns, we should be completely fine. Okay, that broke the poison urn, so she is poisoned. And she should die from that. Yeah, there we go. You want the sorceresses to roll back into the poison urns, if at all possible. There we go. Alright, so she's poisoned as well. And just 2 poison throwing knives. You know, you wouldn't have thought it, because you can get these items really early on in the game. Very effective for taking out these sorceresses. These 2 in particular. No! Okay, don't do it. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Maybe I should, like, just put my shield up for safety, because I'm getting completely destroyed by this guy. By these guys, I should say. Go into the poison urn. I was hoping he would, like, poison himself, but these guys do not get staggered very easily. That's the one, you know, I don't know, that's one scary thing about them, I suppose. I'm trying to get behind him. Getting him backstab would be amazing. I thought I had an opportunity for one there, but maybe not. He's almost dead, so just a couple more hits. We'll take him out. Okay, there we go. I think we got him now. He's done. And as long as I don't die again, we should have like enough poison throwing knives and stuff to deal with this area just fine. Is she poisoned? Okay, she's poisoned now. This is gonna look really stupid, but I'm just gonna destroy these poison urns now so that I don't have to deal with them later on. And we can deal with the poison with just a couple life gems. So look at that. A couple life gems cost like 600 souls. Deal with the poison really easily, not have to worry about it. And once the poison wears off, we can draw the aggro of one of these two spear guys. And once we actually get into the boss arena, the boss is super, super easy, so I'm not too worried about that. As long as we don't die to these spear guys, we should be like 100% okay. I'm just kind of waiting for him to back off just to make sure we don't have two of these spear guys on us at once, because if that was to happen, we would be in for a world of hurt. Okay, wait for the stamina to recharge. We don't want to rush this, because I really don't want to do this again. Alright, we should get some stabs in now, and he's... Oh, he would have been dead, but he put his shield up. Oh, he's trying to Estus. Not on my watch. No, sir. I like the mace backstab animation, but honestly, the rapier backstab animation is, like, hard to beat. How you just, like, run him through. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so if you do head up those stairs, like I was trying to talk about earlier, you will get attacked by an NPC invader. He's not very difficult, but if you don't want to deal with one, I would advise not going up those stairs. We're just blocking everything with the shield right now, trying to play it safe. Probably a couple more hits, and he's dead. Alright, so if you want a really easy boss fight here, first of all you want to drain the poison, which we did by burning the windmill. If you don't drain that poison, this boss is going to poison you, and it's going to be really annoying, because you'll have to deal with poison damage, and you'll have to be like healing that constantly, because you'll just constantly get repoisoned. But also, if you want a really easy boss fight, you can summon Jester Thomas. And this is, in my opinion, the most powerful NPC follower in the game. And you will see why very soon here. Now, this is kind of a cheap way to deal with this boss. Oh no. Are we fat rolling? We seem to be like rolling really slowly. I don't know why that is. I'm at 67% weight. What happens if I took all this stuff off? Yeah, I roll much faster. That's probably why we're getting hit by the spear guys, is just I was rolling so slow. Alright, so Jester Thomas will come with us into this fight against Mitha, the Baneful Queen. And you'll see exactly what he does. But honestly, what I do for this boss fight is I just let Jester Thomas go to town. And all I do... Oh no, don't hit Jester Thomas. Hit me. Is he just goes to town on this boss. Like, look at the damage that he's doing with some of his pyromancy. Because he is a pyromancer. And it just makes this boss fight so much easier. And honestly, I really look forward to this boss fight just because I kind of like, you know, chilling and... I'll get away from that head, it will explode and it will deal a lot of damage. This boss is not very difficult once you destroy the poison if you want to fight her on your own, but it's kind of just, it's fun watching Jester Thomas just completely destroy her. So, there we go. I did 2 hits and we still killed the boss in like 30 seconds. That's how powerful Jester Thomas is. And I love him. He's a bud. He's a bro. And now we get to go on to the next area. I seem to remember there being like a secret wall or something here. Maybe not. I don't know why I remember that. Well, whatever. Alright, well, we'll go down the elevator to the next area here. And I think the next boss in this path is like the last boss of the area. Which I'm completely forgetting right now. Because there's 4 major bosses in the game where you get great souls from. Or the first 4 major bosses of the game. And the bosses do definitely ramp up in difficulty, so the next one is going to be a lot more difficult than that Mytha boss that died in 30 seconds to an NPC. But I'm completely blanking on what the next boss is, the name of it. As soon as I see the area, I'll probably remember. But we are going to head into, oh yeah, the Iron Keep. Okay. Yeah, I know what we're dealing with now. And we're not going to do the Iron Keep next. We will come back to the Iron Keep